Hello my lovelies, and welcome to my little cottage by the sea, the place where I love to stitch and craft my way to a vintage inspired and sustainable lifestyle. I have recently made a few things that I'm absolutely over the moon with, and I had an incredible time finding thrifted treasure in my local charity shops, and I've also found a few other treasures whilst I was out hunting for the goodies in vintage shops and other charity shops on my travels. And as I was looking at all of these things together, it struck me that they were making what is essentially a capsule collection. So in this episode, I want to share my recent makes and thrifted finds and how I'm styling them up into an accidental capsule collection. This first outfit is all based around this vintage skirt that my lovely friend Estelle gave me for Christmas. I did do a video about this actually because it's really inspired a few other project ideas that will be coming this way at some point soon. I always buy roll necks, and this one's from Marks and Spankers. I went for this sort of deep green actually. Usually I go for black or pink. This is one of my favourite patterns ever, a waistcoat. I used to make them years ago, but this one's in this lovely cord, and I have this beautiful vintage brooch with the tiniest needlepoint or tapestry roses on it. I bought it in a charity shop years ago. Really love this pattern, although the original one in this packet is far too small for me. I used to make it about 20 years ago, and I love it so much I'm currently making one up in velvet. I did a whole load of pattern cutting, showed my lovely patrons how to pattern cut this from their own bespoke blocks, which is what I had to do with this version because the one in the packet no longer fitted me. I've got these sort of 60s, 70s style Clark's Mary Jane shoes that I bought from a shop that they used to have in my local shopping centre, sadly long gone, but these are some of my favourite shoes. And to finish off, this vintage Marks and Spencer's MAC, which was one of the items that I thrifted, which sort of inspired this whole capsule collection, and why I'm calling the look 70s Folk Magician in Paris. A very recent thrifted find, this original Russian wool scarf, and then one of my Marlena berets in velvet, and the bag that I handmade very recently from Babylon leather. Now, I've worked in fashion and education for my whole entire career. I feel very fortunate to have done so, and I love reading about the history of fashion. I love visiting exhibitions, anything that can increase my knowledge in this world that I absolutely love, and I find it so inspiring. And I found a couple of books on my travels recently which were just incredible. So a little bit of context here, which you may or may not need to know, but as a woman of a certain age and hitting that sort of perimenopause, my body's going through lots of changes, including my feet, which is somewhat perplexing. So the shoes that I used to love wearing are just so uncomfortable now, I can't wear them. And I've also been really inspired by the 1970s and looking at the types of footwear that were worn in the 70s, not necessarily great big glam rock platforms, but more those sort of Roger Vivier shoes. He designed the most incredible shoes in the 50s for Dior. He also designed these incredible shoes that Catherine Deneuve wore in the film Belle de Jour, which I still haven't seen. But I think this capsule collection is really sort of inspired by the imagery that I've been seeing, plus my own sort of take on things. So I've been totally obsessing about Roger Vivier, and I walked into my local charity shop and I found this book, and it was $11.99. Really beautiful, and it's basically just his whole career, all of his designs, and it's just stunningly beautiful. This was another of my thrifted treasure, which is sort of informing how I'm going about putting this capsule collection together. Inspired by everything 70s, I'm rereading Angelica Houston's autobiographies. She is one of my top muses and very inspiring in terms of style and just sheer spirit. I'm still wearing the skirt and then swapping it out for this 1940s wool shirt that I got from Sunless Antiques. The buttons on this are really, really interesting, but goodness me, they do flummox me when I'm trying to do them up. This bag was also one of the recent thrift finds, and one of my vintage tassel berets in this beautiful pink. And those shoes were a gift from one of my evening class students. She found them when she was out thrifting and knew that I would absolutely love that colour. So these pink accents pick out one of the little pink embroidered flowers on the skirt. So this is another take on that 70s folk magician look. I'm interrupting this broadcast just to introduce myself to those of you who may have stumbled across this little corner of the internet, of the YouTubables, and to tell you that my name is Tara and I live in Hastings, East Sussex, which is a really beautiful part of the world in England. And my cottage is very old. It was built around 1700. It's rather quirky. I love sharing my sewing and crafting, thrifting, fashion adventures here. So if you are enjoying this video so far, and I would be so thrilled to know that you do, then please do subscribe, because it really does help my channel grow. And I'm so incredibly blessed to have built over the last few years a really wonderful community here on YouTube, something that I'm very grateful for, and it would just be so lovely for you to be part of that community. So subscribe, like, hit that notification bell. Apparently it does something. So with that said, let's just crack on with the rest of the video. Practically this whole outfit was found in one little visit to the charity shops locally, an impromptu visit. I had no plans. I found the black skirt, which really reminded me of Chanel in the 1920s, 30s, and this blouse, which is just a cheap blouse from a supermarket, but is just so beautifully made with all these fabulous details. I think the two together cost about £8, and I just was immediately put in mind of Chanel and her love of monochrome black and white, which sort of matches my own really. These shoes are from Vinted, and they're some really beautiful Hellfire ones that I bought quite a while ago, but I absolutely love them. They were such a good find. This Mac was bought from another charity shop on the same day, as was this bag. I think all of these items, these 4 items together, came to under £20. I'm pairing this with one of my Marlena berets in a tweed, very Chanel, and lined in pink. I love it when you have these little accents. Maybe nobody's ever going to see them, but they do fill me with delight. When I was visiting my local charity shops and I started finding these pieces that really started me thinking about Chanel and Paris and this sort of vintage Paris chic girl, needs a slightly catchier title, but it really got me thinking about it. And I watched a documentary about Chanel, and then I decided, because I hadn't visited the V&A exhibition, which I'm really gutted about now, but I ordered the exhibition catalogue from, I think, Abe Books or World of Books. It was about £15, and this is full of beautiful imagery of her designs from the teens, 20s and 30s particularly, which are really beautiful. So it kind of ties in with that sort of Belle de Jour sort of look. Between this and the Roger Vivier book, I've been really inspired by quite a lot of the beautiful garments and accessories that are within the covers of this book. I've recently been enjoying sewing some very simple A-line skirts, inspired very much by that 70s aesthetic. They're basically the bottom of a vampire's wife dress, have a very similar and I think flattering silhouette. This one's made from some rather crazy polka dot, random print polka dot, if you will, that I found in my stash, and I've paired it with that blouse I bought out thrifting that very much looks like blouses that you can find for rather a lot of money in Cezanne. I'm wearing this lipstick at the moment from Boots, number 7. It's called Deep Rose and it's a really lovely, very sort of neutral shade, but the formula of the lipstick is really lovely. I finished knitting this vintage inspired blouse. It's a Serdar pattern actually. I really like it, despite the fact that it's absolutely covered, much like everything else in Ghost's fur. I think that I would actually make this again and just knit it a little bit longer and maybe size it down because it's just ever so slightly the wrong proportion. Styling it again with this beautiful original Russian wool scarf. How pretty is that print? It makes me think of babushkas and snow and those beautiful buildings that you see in Dr. Zhivago. I'm wearing the Clark's shoes again. They're ever so comfortable. And this is a special sneak peek of my newest knitting pattern, the Estelle bonnet, which is due to land any minute now. I will be letting my lovely newsletter subscribers know as soon as it lands in my store. So do sign up to that free newsletter if you would like to know more. I could style this one with the bag that I handmade recently, a really satisfying project, but I'm actually continuing with those pink accents so that the pink of the bag matches the pink of my Estelle bonnet. Putting all these pieces together, I realise how much of a little collection this is, picking out certain colours and them having what I'm calling a conversation with each other. Not necessarily obvious when you first look at these pieces, but when they are all put together, just these few items could be perfect for maybe a weekend somewhere. Possibly I'd go somewhere for a winter weekend, somewhere like Vienna maybe, and wander around all the beautiful museums and get even more inspiration. Always so satisfying to know that I haven't spent very much money on my wardrobe and I've had so many hours of pleasure sitting with a warm cup of tea in my sewing room, happily stitching. This final outfit look is comprised of this dress, which is one of my favourite ever dresses that I've made. I pattern cut this quite a long time ago on Patreon, inspired by the costumes that Vera West designed for the brides of Dracula in the 1931 film. And then also this Gucci dress that I've had as a magazine tear out in one of my sketchbooks forever. I did a video about this dress actually, which I shall link. And what I love about this dress is it's one and done. It's very evocative of the 30s, but it's also got that sort of 70s feel. The fabric is from Fabric Godmother, really beautiful vintage print, and was gifted to me by my lovely friend Anna. So I have had many happy hours in this dress. Top it off with those lovely Clark's shoes and this bag, and I'm ready to go out to the Hastings equivalent of Studio 54. Thank you ever so much for taking the time to spend the time with me today. I've had such a lovely time making these things and thrifting these things and putting outfits together. It's really got my mojo going again. I feel a sense of refreshed vigour when it comes to outfit styling, and I really hope that you found something to inspire or interest you here. As ever, my lovelies, I hope that wherever you are looking after yourself, and I shall see you ever so soon. Bye. Hey, what the birdies doing? What the birdies doing? Are they making lots of noise? Are they making lots of noise? Oh, those naughty gulls. Okay, go on, go hunting.